Alright, that wasn't too bad. Loaded in alright. We are first time playing 1.2 on this save. Still a bit jittery, so nothing really fancy there. I'm interested to see how all the existing trucks... That's a first. They're all running. Normally they're not running straight away. Gaz, if Twitch thinks I'm going to miss Randy Pats, they ain't thinking right. This is it. I'm interested to go and see how the trucks are going over at the Steel Ingot factory. This new system. That's different over there, the way that renders in. That looks worse at this distance. Now I've got a bit closer, it's drawn a bit. So I'm thinking if the trucks are running okay, I might leave them for a bit just to monitor before we start making any serious changes. Alright, so what is our... Look at all these existing paths. They're all still working. The thing is, I'm interested in seeing if my layout is fine. If I just keep running this layout, is it going to be okay? I'll probably put universal paths around on the main roads and specific vehicle paths where needed. Geez, that cut close. Are they unloading and loading properly? That's the question. Looks like they are. Let's check this one out over here. This is so much nicer than what it used to be. They're not even stopping. So that's interesting. That one did. Definitely didn't pick any up that time. Because once I start redoing it, I'm going to have to start redoing a lot. Good question, DJ. Thank you. And it's not going to... The whole factory is going to come to a standstill. That I understand. Well, at least they don't bounce around like they used to. I've got to say, the game's more responsive, moving around. I'm not going to touch the trucks for a bit. I'm going to let them go. Because this is running really nicely. And the big thing is I haven't had any vehicle issues, and as soon as the game started they were just working. So I'm impressed. With that in mind, I need to add another floor of steel ingots. I'm just wondering about this. Alright, so I was looking before. All of this comes later. That's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 production lines. Because I like to optimize everything. That's like 1. How many have I got left? Let's do a different way. Let's look at it differently. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. No, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No. That's nuclear. It's not as many as it looks. Alright, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25, 28, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 33, 35. About 35 more machines, maybe. I think I'm just going to start building out a steel ingot factory. And yeah. I think that's going to be my task for a bit. And it'd be interesting to see how 1.2 handles the blueprints. Seems to be working okay though. We're just going to do them floor by floor and just knock them off as I go. The trains seem to be running fine. I think I'm just going to leave the trucks alone until I decide to do them neater. There's going to be a bit of work involved here, but... Guys, I was using a few mods to get an easy start on a new map. Now 1.2 out, I've lost the mods. Yep, unfortunately, guys, until they're updated. My satellite factories, literally built just to stockpile items now, are scattered everywhere. Yeah, right. I do feel like the performance is a bit better, I reckon. Right. I'm just going to duplicate. It's the back. Crap. It's about there, I think. There we go. Guys, my old potato PC noticed it feels smoother. That's great. That's great to hear that they've made some improvements. Because it does, for me, it does feel to be just that bit better. There we go. Here's the first autosave. This would be interesting to see what it feels like. About the normal. I did wait for it too, but Neither here nor there. All right. So we are just going to build. Get all this hooked up. Get the power hooked up. I'm not getting the big lag jumps there when I connect power lines. I used to get that a bit frequently. I probably won't be making much use of daisy chain in this playthrough because I've already doing it a particular way in my blueprint, so there we go. Right. All right, let's start configuring. Do I have the... Is this still on? Yep, that's what I want. Can't daisy chain miners though. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting, Gaz. Maybe that's something they've overlooked. All right, we're going to be doing some more spreadsheet fun. So I need petroleum coke. Yeah, right. So $135 heavy oil residue. I think that is the So that's for the rocket fuel, that turbo heavy fuel, right? So that's so I'm just going to go back to here just so I know. Right. Okay, so that's fine. So this one is the 9.7 steel ingots. Crystal AI expansion server. That would be my last one I made, I think. Or did I combine? I combined a couple, yeah. Because I did do that. I'm just finding where I was up to because I'm grouping these together. Okay, so it's that one I've done, right? So that one's done. Let's go back to petroleum coke. I believe I've done these things. 8.5 for thermal propulsion rocket. Let's have a look. It's got to be that one, even though it says 10.5. Rotor motor, turbo motor, thermal propulsion rocket. Maybe I haven't done that. Maybe I haven't done that one yet. 8.5 I said. Here, it's this one here. So that's where I'm up to. Right, we'll start with that. We will. So this is AN. We'll do that one first. Right here. It's all going to be a bit complicated for a bit. How did I do these down below? I put them right in front. Okay, this is going to be steel pipe. It's for thermal propulsion rocket. Right. It'll be 8.475. Rightio. And it's the same. and the output is 11.3. Right. I think I've got my tab buttons playing up now that I've just cleaned my keyboard recently. Okay, so that's that one. Ah, oh, I jumped ahead too far. That might be the third one. Steel ingots, 101.25. For rotors motors. Here it is here. This is it. Okay. All right. Got to put this one here. It's funny when you're hovering, it's easier. Are they, is that doing what I think it, that was weird then. Alright. I need to make some notes here. So this is... Right. So this is also steel pipe, and it's for modular engines. Rightio. It's going to be 135, no, 101.25. Right. And 135 is the output. Okay, so that has got a clock rate of 135. Right. Rightio. And then, so that's that one. And now this one is 11.3. Right. Okay. All right, that's the first one in this. So this is allocated. We're up to this one now. Right, so these are, then there's going to be petroleum coke O. All right. 151.875. So that'll be that one here, right? So that's going to be AJ. There's some really weird alignment stuff. It's not aligned until you get up close. So that's going to be, it's two machines, so it's got to go here. One 51.875 by 2 is 75.1375. Right, and then we'll get 101.25, no, 202.5 by 2 is 101.25. So they are coke. That's 1 and 2. Perfect. Right. So we've built those. Next is .6 for thermal propulsion rocket. This one here. That's in there. All right, so that is AR. So do that one next. It's a single machine, so it'll be this one here. Steel part. So that's 22.575. And it makes 30.1. And the clock rate will be 30.1. Right. So we've done that one. Then we've got $13.6. Which is this one here. So that's AS. It's another single machine. Yeah, the way those signs take a while to align. $13.575. Perfect. And that's going to output 18.1. And that's at 18.1. Another one done. Was that right? Yep, and then 10.1 for nuclear pasta space elevator. I've got a feeling it's that one. Modular frames, pressure conversion cube, nuclear pasta. Modular frames, pressure, yep, that's the one. So that's AW. Right. Another nuclear pasta. And then that's 13.4. Right. There's 2 machines left here. What have we got next? Did I do the... That one I did. Pretty sure I did this one. Yep, alright. That's already done. That's nuclear. Okay, so now, what do I got left back here? I've got 202.5 minus 151.875 minus 22.6 minus 13.6 minus 10.1 only leaves me with 4.325, so that's done. This one though, if I move that 0.86 into another one, then I've got 2 production lines that I can fit in those 2 remaining machines, and all that can go in one belt, and that makes it simple. So if I do, I would say, if we have a look here, 22.6 plus 13.6 plus 4.81, that's 41. Yeah, let's move this here into here. And then I can combine this one. So P U. Yeah, that's going to work better. So we're going to do 10.1 for the steel pipe for thermal propulsion rocket. That one here. Rightio, so that'll be AQ. Right, so this one is that one. Thing is, there is. Two of them that are the same as this. They're frustrating, but for different production lines. That's all right. Just want to make sure I'm not losing my bananas. All right, that's that one. Right, and then there's the last one to go, this one. So if I had where are we? 5.1 for singularity cell ballistic warp drive. That's in there. That's BG. Rightio. So this is steel part. For the ballistic warp drive. And it is 5.025. And that's outputting 6.7. Right. Let's build those up. So let me just have a look at each one. So we mark 1. These ones are mark 2. Alright. Let's mark 1. Let's mark 1. Mark 1. Mark 1. Mark 1. Right. So now I just need That'll go there. Okay, down here we're just going to do some totals. $322.875. Rightio. So we're going to have a mark for there, which is probably already there, yep, and there, yep. Alright, so this side, 101 plus 75, so that'll be a mark 3. And the oops, that's not right. Then you'll have 75 plus 22, and yeah, so that'll be a mark 2. And this last one will just be mark 1. They take a while to center. Right. Alright, if we bring in the petroleum coke, follow our existing highway, we're probably going to have to go up. Might as well do it all the way along. Does it now go... Yeah, it goes across here. So I was going to do a lot of building for a sec. Lots of infrastructure that's going to run through the end of the playthrough. Not going that way. Ah, look at those tracks up here when you're just building. That's cool that you get to see them while you're just building. Let's do this while I'm at it. Guys, the sounds for the weather are pretty good too. Yeah, I really haven't... Do I have weather turned on? Oh, it's on default. Alright. So we'll see what happens. Rating my foundations and builds is giving a few tin roof sounds like rain on metal. Nice. That's lovely. Alright, so if I was going to do the next petroleum coke... Alright, let's see if this all works all the way through. So this is going to be a Mark 4. Yeah, might as well do it this side, yep. Right. Oh, I've done the wrong one. Right. What that noise is? Is that the wind? Why is it all coming this way? It needs to be going the other way. Glad I realised before it was too late. It looks like I didn't get too far. The mistake has been avoided. Draco, hello, welcome. Good to see you there. How are you going today? Doing okay, woke up about an hour ago, went to sleep, just woke up. Well, I mean, sounds like you're living the life. .30 AM, almost 5 AM now. Ooh. Right, this one in here. Sucks, but I get to catch you on. Yeah, that's true. Nothing worse than getting up earlier than you need. Normally I don't stream today, but I decided to play today because of 1.2 and a few other reasons. Rightio. What have we got here? Column U. Oh, that's one of them. Excellent. Column T. I want U, O, and N. So I'm just seeking that right now. Why isn't that? I'm probably not using the product. Column U. Let's have a look. Petroleum coke. The cooling system for the thermal propulsion rocket, which I'm probably not using it right now. It's probably pipe, but there's no oil going to it. I didn't last night, that's right. Sorry, Gaz. I was, at a work meeting. It was very quiet on the smoking front after darts last night. Sorry to hear, Gaz. But Draco, I've got my steel plant up and running, and I'm working on updating the rest of my two bases to T3 belts. Lovely. A bit on the go then. Oh, that's right. We'll get this sorted out. So U and N and O. Okay, fingers crossed I didn't touch this one. I haven't. Excellent, that's great. We're not using that one. And are we using O? I'm not using that either. Perfect, right, okay. So I might go up because it is on that floor. So it's this one here. Did you win darts, Gaz? Or should I not ask? Did you win darts last night? Darts, we won. Now we wait for some standing adjustments to see if we make the finals or not. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Pretty high stakes game, the old darts. When people get upset about it. Perfect. Right, that to there. Okay, so now I need to hook up the ones from down below. Gaz, we had 2 teams forfeit against us this season, but they hadn't added those games to our wins yet, so it will change the position on the ladder. Teams who think they're in the finals will drop out if we go in, and we'll make it in. Which is shit in the league's part, because people who will be playing their Wednesdays for next week based on if they're playing or not. Yeah, right. I can understand the frustration there. Alright, why don't we do... this height here. Alright. So it was N, O and U. N and O, these two. What? Ah, that's crap. I'll have to come to maybe there. Is that right? What was that? That was 117. So 217. So that's the mark. 3 and 4. That doesn't make sense. Oh no, but the... yeah, that does not make sense. N is 117 and O is 202.5. Oh, there's 2, right. I'm glad I checked that. I'm glad I checked that. Alright, so in that case... Right. Gaz, you seen the T-junction for pipes? I just seen them in the build menu. Yeah, I haven't used it in this save yet, but yeah, I did. I have used it in a test playthrough. like in one of my other saves when we tried out. But yeah, that's pretty special. It's definitely something a lot of people have asked for. Me, myself included. Definitely more aesthetic than anything. Yeah, but also like it prevents clipping, which is an aesthetic thing, I suppose. But yeah. Okay, that's all done and ready to go. So that's Mark 4 all the way out. Not running at the moment because for whatever reasons. Hey, we've got rain. There you go. And then great to have rain back. So I say we'll just come around the corner. I reckon. So how am I doing that? Petroleum coke comes in and my overflow for it's going that way. Rightio. We'll deal with that in a second. So we just do the top row again. There's no reason why I can't have it here. Yeah, there's no reason why. Oh, I can hear it hitting metal. Okay, so I had that there. Then I can just go straight into it. Snowball, hello, welcome. Great to see you there. Okay, that'll go to there. Oops. Right, that's that. Going down, and then that'll go there. Right, so that is that petroleum coke side of things done. Now we'll move on to the next one. We've got a few to build. Let's cover up this half of the factory. Can't let that rain get in and rust my machines. They're all brand new. Alright, so next lot of machines. We'll start down here and work our way across. Right, so just going to make some changes here. Right, so in petroleum coke lane, we just did. We kind of had that. But I haven't done this one. I think I skipped this one. $22.6 for nuclear pasta. Pressure conversion queue. Let's have a look. Yeah, this one here, not built. That's where we're up to. That's it there. Right, so this is T. Right. Okay. Charles, hello, welcome. Good to see you there. What's happening today, Charles? Right, this one's steel pipe. And it's nuclear pasta. Right. Hope I'm well. I am well, thank you very much. Same for you. Enjoying this 1.2. It's been very... I've noticed some performance improvements, which has been great. Right, that's that one. Yeah, it's a pleasant surprise. And that's AX. And then $13.6. Which is this one right next to it, which is AY. This is 13. And output's 18.1. Right. And that will be at 18.1. Perfect. Right. So the next one is 4.81. That's this one here. Screws rip. Was it screws? I mean, double check. Yep, perfect. This is BJ. Column BJ, not get your mind out of the gutter. Right, this is for warp drive. And it's 4.815. 6.42 is the output. Right, that's that one done. The next one is I get a bit lost sometimes with what I'm doing. Steel ingot, petroleum coke. .86 for screws, nuclear pasta. That one there. Yeah, I think it is. I just need to make sure. So is that the pressure conversion cube? Yep. That's BF. What's that? 6.42. Do that one. Yep. All right. This one's also still beam, and this one's for ballistic warp drive. So let's just copy that. Place that there. 0.8625.
Buckle up, there's a raid incoming.
Thank you, Ataphasma, for the raid of 32 viewers.
Phasma's coming with a raid. Welcome. Welcome, Raiders. Garden Green's coming in with a fancy raid message. Freya's coming in with a fancy raid message. Oh, playing Cats and Cups. I've never heard of it. How good was the game? What did you get up to? Welcome, Raiders. Phaz's coming in as well. We're just playing a game of spreadsheet maths, putting numbers into machines, setting them up for future production lines. There's a few here to do, but I need to do it this way. I was playing Cats and Cups for a bit at the end, but started with Satisfactory. Went until your PC crashed. Ah, that's it. That sucks. I have been happy. I have noticed some performance improvements at 1.2, so that's been great. But sorry to hear that you had some issues. Alright, I've got now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, you noticed it too, yeah. Their performance has been lovely, they really improved a lot. Yeah, I've noticed that it's been great for getting around, looking around and actually building and connecting power cables and that. They don't stutter. So it's been really good. But yeah, this is my city build. Every production line, every component is built in a different building, pass on to the next building to build the next thing and so on. This is my steel ingot building at the moment. that I'm working on, getting more, setting up steel ingots for future production lines. Because we're working on turbo motors at the moment, and I've got a bit of things I need to build. And I need some empty canisters for packaging water for aluminum scrap. So I'm just figuring a few things out. But we've now got, so I've done that one and I've done that one. So I'm literally up to that one. I'll leave that. So now I'm up to these ones here, this last bunch. You've enjoyed this build? That's great to hear, thank you. So I'm just going to build these. I suppose I'll just combine. I've got to think about how I do this. So I've still got to make not those ones. 6. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? I could do 96%. That's 5 machines. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So that 18, 19, 20, 23, 24, 24 more machines. And if I was to do, there's 18 on the 18, and then I've got 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. But it's not all going to be the same because of some changes I've made. Because I'm still going to add more to this. I think what I'll do is that's a tough call. I'm just thinking about out loud about a few things. It just because I've got to deal with overflow, but I can deal with that from the other end too. What's my most important thing right now is Alright, what I might do is I need to build that rubber, don't I? Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start doing the next ones. So I'm going to do... Right, give me a sec. Alrighty. What am I doing here? Sorry, I'm just trying to organise something with... We're going away for a few days and someone's going to feed Randy. And they're just asking a few questions, but that's alright. Turbo motor. Piney. Right. Where are we? Steel ingot. Perfect. I hate waiting for people to type stuff in Facebook Messenger. It does my head in. Let's just type it. It's just a personal thing of mine. Autism. Okay, it's 112.5. Oh, don't turn off phone. What happened there? Right, so 102.5 plus 415.735 is 528.235. Okay, beautiful. All right. I'm not very good at dealing with humans. And Gaz, peace out. We'll chat to you later. I know that sounds a bit mean, but having someone come and feed your dog and paying him for it, I don't have a problem with that. But dealing with meeting new people I've never met before, they're going to come to my house. Yeah, just all of the meeting them to discuss it and then having to chat to them some more about it later. It's just an autistic nightmare. Sometimes it really is. I'm not trying to sound mean or anything. It's just one of those things that really does my brain. Alright, this is for turbo motor. And before I knew I was autistic, I never understood why I felt that way. Especially like going to social functions and that too. Having to meet people you don't know, small talk. Ugh. Am I right or am I right? Okay, now. So, I need to make some decisions here. I'm going to belt this back first. Starting off with. And then, okay, so I'll bring in, how am I going to do this? We'll just build it like we do normally, and then I can change the overflow later. Right, so this will be a Mark 1. And then there'll be a that'll be a Mark 2 for the moment anyway, but and this one will also be Mark 2. That is not what I wanted at all for anything. Right. Okay, so if it's going to come in here, where's overflow? This is all overflow going down. That's not what I... Alright. Frustratingly, I've had some alignment changes. This would work actually if I put that there. Right. Okay, right. So I've got that. I'm going to... Wakesa, hello, welcome. Good to see you there. I'm going to hook up the canisters now. Gallimar, is that a whole city? It certainly is. We've got every product is in a different building. So you have like an iron ingot building, and then like there's an iron rod building, there's an iron plate building, there's, you name it. So everything goes from each building to the next, and so on and so on. I've got my whole playthrough planned out. You can check it out at that link. You can download the end of every episode. You can download the save file I put up, and also you can look at the spreadsheet that I use to make all this make sense to me. And now I'm going to take these back this way. So I'm going to add another... We'll run this along here. You're going to start watching episode 1? Go nuts. You can see me right from the beginning. How we get involved in making it all work. I'm sure you will enjoy it. We're up to episode 231. So you'll be able to see the magic in action. Now actually I might be able to... I need to do this at some point anyway, but... You know, that's the question. There's no reason why I couldn't. Oh no, that's in the way, yeah. Bill Draco, how long is each episode? Between early ones are 4 or 5, 6 hours, but you know, most of them are between 2 and 4 hours. So the answer to your question is there's 752 hours, 45 minutes and 29 seconds of save of playtime. So that's all in there, all the episodes. That must be tanking a PC now. Look, actually, Wagster, it's 1.2. It's actually really impressive, the performance improvements they've added. Having a big effect. I've noticed today with 1.2 that it's running so much smoother than it was in 1.1. So glad to see that. That's going to go through. Is wrong window? No worries, has I've done it all before. You got a new piece this week. It's a i7 8-core 1TB SSD, 6GB RAM, RTX 5050 with 8GB. Oh, that should be nice. Even Gaz said his potato PC, he noticed improvements. So that's great to hear. You buy rent to own $180 a month for 24 months. Well, if that's what works for you, that's absolutely awesome. If you get a chance to, pay it off quicker. Right now, 16GB of RAM costs as much as this entire computer. Yeah, I know, right? That's why I'm enjoying the AM4 platform. And I'm just sticking with that. I really think a lot of PC builders are going to go under this whole... If the AI bubble doesn't burst, then... yeah. It's not looking promising. If component manufacturers can't actually get the parts, let's go. Take this around the corner. Manufacturers are going to have to stop selling to AI, plain and simple. They're not going to, Bill Draco. That's where they're getting all their money. They're making so much money making stuff for AI. That's part, like, one of the RAM manufacturers have stopped selling consumer RAM and have turned that production line into memory for AI. It's ridiculous. I'm gonna go. I think if we just go straight under. Let's get this. Actually, we might go. Yeah, I actually upgraded my computer. I got the latest AMD socket 4 processor, and so that I have so that I don't have to spend any. What'll happen is when I want to do an upgrade, there'll be nothing available, or it'll be ridiculously expensive. So I just decided to make an investment to upgrading my AM4 system, and that was how I decided to go about it. I gave my old motherboard and CPU to my partner, and she's got it in her computer, and yeah, I'm just stuck with the AM4. So is it this floor? It is. I just didn't want to get 18 months down the track needing a computer upgrade and I can't afford it, or I'm going to have to spend ridiculous amounts of money just because that's how the market is. That's annoying. To be deleted, I'm glad I built my latest PC before prices went crazy. Yeah. It's a pretty crazy time to be living, isn't it? When you think about it. So we'll do that. So we'll go from here to there. But I think it's going to hurt some of the manufacturers. Consumers won't forget that they were left out, hung out to dry for AI. And if AI bubble pops, there's a lot of customers that won't forget. Right, let me check that that's going exactly all the way. It's going to there. Alright, that's perfect. Alright, we are once I hook all this up, I think I might wrap it up for today. Alright, so we are 2 above our previous. Now you're going down. That's gonna not be a good idea. It's all gonna be frustrating through here. Even that. Oh, actually, hold on. It's 2 above. It still might be alright. No. Oh no, I'll just go the same. Let's double check where we're going here. I should just... Well, thing is though... Yeah. Bill Draco, hopefully someone will get sick of it, a consumer, and open up a business making computer stuff for consumers only. That's the hard thing is, Bill Draco, all the chips and all that, they're all made by one manufacturer or 2 manufacturers. You would have to set up your own facilities from scratch. Not saying it's impossible. Not saying it's impossible, it's highly unlikely. Okay, I know what's going on here. So that is... I should be able to do that one then. But yeah, that's not to say some rich billionaire like Elon Musk or trillionaire doesn't just go, alright, I'm going to set up some fabrication facilities in... Who knows? That's going to work. Right. You sure that's okay? But yeah, funny if you... I've seen some videos and all that of different entrepreneurs and all that getting booed when they do talks about AI. So there are definitely... The general public is not happy. That's for sure. Nope, would it come down? Nope. That's it. And then right, that comes in here and it goes down. Right. Okay, so now that goes... I think this one we're going to wrap around this way. What's this here? Right, so that part of it is done. If I go, if we go over to our petroleum coke factory now, which will be the next step, bringing that across. I'm not going to do it right now. But I'm just going to have a look at the petroleum coke, and then we'll wrap up our episode for today. This is so much more responsive. I used to get a lot of stuttering, and coming through here, it's it's probably one of the most significant performance improvements I've seen. Alright, by the looks of things, that's where I finished up. And in our petroleum coke, so this is where I'm up to next. I need to build 6 machines. Is there room for 6 machines? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, what I might do, .4 divide 6. %. No. Yeah, right. Oh. No. 5.4 divide 5. 100.8. %. There you go. 108%. Those 5 machines. Perfect. That'll fill out this level. That'll be where we'll start off in the next episode. We'll configure these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These will be the heavy oil residue. And that'll the output of this, and number T will be what we need to send over to the other factory, and that will complete this part of it. It's a lot to be done, a lot, but we're getting there. I'm able to bite off chunks of it as we go, so it's not too overwhelming. Some nice screenshots while we're at it. But that's really cool. I like that you can see all the paths just when you're in build mode. So this is all the pre-recorded stuff previously, the old paths. And from looking at the map, all my trucks are just running. I haven't had a single issue all day. So I'm going to leave the trucks alone for a bit until I decide to redo them. But they run so much smoother now too, the way they drive. I may even redo one of my sections that goes underground, but maybe not. Let's see how many coupons we've made today. 7. Not bad. What does that take us to in total? 80. So we've got 120 away from the golden nut. Alright, let's jump on over here. Rightio folks, we got stuck into some more steel ingots today, building future production lines. First time playing 1.2 since it got a full release, and very happy with the performance improvements we're getting. Most significant performance changes I've seen in the game since I've ever played it. Like, just moving around, it's more fluent. I'm not getting stutters when I'm doing certain things. They've really made a good job of 1.2. Absolutely awesome. And all the trucks are running on the old-fashioned, the existing routes I pre-recorded. We'll redo them all with the new system at some point, but it's just working, which is even better. I'm glad they made it so that was all going to happen. So we're just going to keep concentrating on turbo motors for a bit and get that done, and then we'll see what happens after that. Have a good morning, afternoon, evening, night. I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.